So has anyone else gotten so comfortable doing home workouts for the past couple of years that you're finding it really hard to get out of your comfort zone and back into the gym? Because me too. Don't get me wrong, home workouts are awesome if you have the space for it, but I just really miss that feeling that comes with going to the gym. By the way, hi, I'm Molly. I'm a health coach and personal trainer, and today I'm going to be coaching myself through the first steps of getting back to the gym and overcoming this anxiety and this kind of barrier that I've built around myself. So follow along if you've also been experiencing gym anxiety and are ready to start taking those first baby steps. Also, please note, obviously I'm not a therapist, so if you're feeling anxiety to a more intense degree or to the point where it's interfering with your life and you can't overcome it on your own, please seek out a licensed counselor. I work from home, so I feel like some days I'm just not even leaving my tiny one-bedroom apartment, and I find that when I'm not in my home environment, I tend to push myself a little bit harder, pick heavier weights, stay a little bit longer. I also dedicate way more time to warming up and cooling down when I'm actually in a gym with equipment options and just feeling a little more motivated. For me, it's kind of like the difference between doing a puzzle on your living room floor versus going to a playground. And I just want to get back to that feeling of going and playing around and having fun at the gym. But for some reason, it's been feeling really scary to leave this little few hundred feet comfort zone that I've built for myself. And I keep on making excuses to just keep doing workouts at home, or, wait another week, or today's, too rushed, I don't have time, even though the gym is in my building. And I'm finally just getting fed up with waiting, and I want to take that first step to get back into a gym routine and start getting that feeling of accomplishment and strength back. So I've outlined the steps that I'm going to take, and this is the same thing that I would recommend to a client who's feeling a little bit nervous or hesitant or just struggling to get past that first stage of starting a new habit. So my first tip and the first step that I'm going to take is to commit to a time and a date that I will restart going to the gym. For me, I'm just gonna go at the time when I would normally do my workout at home because I know it fits with my schedule, but you could also consider choosing the time when you think it might be the least busy if that's a factor into your anxiety, or you could pick a time based on when it's most convenient to get to the gym, especially if you don't have one in your building and you have to be factoring in travel time. My second tip is to get everything ready the day before. When we work out at home, at least for me, it's so easy. I don't have to really do any prep ahead of time. Like, I can just walk into my room, grab some clothes, or work out in my pajamas. I've definitely done that a few times. And you really don't have to think much. You don't even have to put on shoes if you don't want to. But since I'm gonna be leaving my apartment this time, I'm going to set out clothes, shoes, headphones, and a water bottle the night before so that I have one less thing to worry about and one less excuse to make on the day when I'm scheduled to go to the gym. Same thing goes for your actual workout plan. If you're used to just winging it, maybe it would help this time to find a workout on YouTube or download a new app or write out your own plan ahead of time, because I tend to kind of freeze, especially if there are other people around, and I might just end up feeling more awkward than if I had a solid plan or something to just get in the zone and follow along to. Tip number 3 is to pick an incentive to make it more fun. This could mean saving a podcast or a show or a video that you'll only watch when you get to the gym. Or for me, it's usually like making a new playlist. The gym is really when I listen to music. A lot of the times I just don't because I'm working and I need to focus, blah, blah, blah. So I get really excited to listen to new music and pick an album or pick a playlist that I can really get in the zone to. My fourth tip is to start so small that it almost feels stupid. For me, that means committing to going to the gym for 5 minutes and then giving myself permission to leave after that with no judgment. What this does is it just gets you in the door and it gets the momentum going. Chances are though, once you're already there, you're gonna realize it's not as bad as you thought and you'll probably stay longer than 5 minutes. But having that safety net and that conversation with yourself beforehand that you just need to do this minimum amount and see how it feels and test the waters. it can make it a lot less scary to be thinking about having to go back to the gym and staying for, an hour, if that feels like way too overwhelming right now. So my plan is to go in, do something that I'm already comfortable doing in my own little corner. Maybe I'll walk on the treadmill for a few minutes if there's a lot of people there, but if there's not, then I like to just bring some dumbbells and make my own little station where I don't need to be moving around too much. You can even just go and stretch in a corner on the mat if you want to. Just check out the vibe, see if it's as scary as it seemed in your head when you were fretting about getting back there, or maybe you'll realize that it's really not that bad. And if it will help, you could also maybe ask a friend or a family member to go with you so that you have like somebody there to make it feel less scary, like all eyes aren't on you and you have kind of a safety net there with you. And lastly, tip number 5 is to reward yourself no matter how it went. If you got through the door and you did those 5 minutes, then do something to positively reinforce that habit. Maybe you learned something that you can apply for the next time. Don't give up just if this time sucked. Maybe it was super busy and that just was way too much for you. You can try a different time or bring somebody, or just be more mentally prepared for that. Or maybe you felt super awkward and you didn't know what to do because you didn't plan a workout ahead of time. So when I say reward yourself, what does that mean? I'm not talking about go eat a donut, not because that's bad, but because you don't need to work out to earn that donut, and because food is too often used as rewards and associated with something that you need to earn. So just eat the donut, but instead I'm talking about rewarding your efforts in a kind of more self-care way. So if we want to involve food at all, it might mean just spending an extra 10 minutes making a really nourishing post-workout meal or snack. Or maybe it means having more of a self-care type of shower where you spend a little more time, do a face mask, something like that. Or maybe it means that you treat yourself to a new water bottle because you're planning on keeping up this gym habit. All right, now it's time to stop talking to you about what I'm gonna do and what you could do and start doing it myself. My plan is to go to the gym tomorrow morning. I'll get my stuff ready ahead of time. I plan to just set up my things in a little corner, so I'll insert some footage here to show you how it goes. All right, I'm doing it. It is a Tuesday morning. It's about 7:30. I had my coffee, fed the cats, and just decided, you know what? I'm gonna just do it today. And it is empty. I would say this is a pretty good way to get back into things. So I'm just going to claim this little corner by the dumbbell rack so that even if somebody comes, I just feel good here. I don't need to move. So I'm gonna grab a mat. I'm gonna grab a couple different weights, and I have my glute resistance bands that I brought. And I'm just gonna spend some time doing something. I didn't really want to overthink this part too much, just kind of going with what feels good. So I'll just do some activation drills, maybe do a quick circuit, and then I will stretch a little bit and I'll be on my way. Thank you so much for watching. Comment below if you have also been experiencing gym anxiety, and let us know if you took any of the steps that I outlined in this video so that we can celebrate each other.